you dudes can. I'm done.
I wanted to get you saying pooping.
Pooping.
I've had those stops where it's like, okay, I know I could go now, or I could wait 34 minutes or so before I get to and I just pull open the door and go on the side of the road because I'm an animal.
The worst
Just hanging out while you're driving.
The worst drive is the patient-loaded drive from Beaufort to downtown Charleston. Like an hour and a half, and if you didn't pee beforehand, you are gonna be nearly dying by the time you get there.
Yeah, you can't really stop an ambulance with a patient in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Sure
can.
you
Uh,
You can, and I probably would, to be honest with you, but it's not very professional.
yeah,
I was cutting it close with gas last night, and my last ride, I was gonna turn it off in Mount Pleasant, but I was like, I'll see if I drop these people off and they don't add another ride, then I'm done. And like right before they got out, it was like, oh, new Lyft ride added to queue. So cool. And I picked the people up and they're going to John's Island. I'm like, oh crap.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Like I don't know. It's like we're gonna make it, and I made it with fumes to the gas station. But I'm like, I don't want to get gas on their dime,
right.
And they just add rides back to back. So it's like, oh fuck, usually I fill up before, but that means I drove like 250 miles yesterday.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Gonna need oil change soon.
Yeah. I'm about 1,500 miles away from one. So a week.
Jeff.
Oh, I'm not Jeff.
Mahogany.
What?
Frakes.
Yep.
And Terrence.
I'm still not Jeff.
Nope, I'm still the best. Me, Toker. This guy, green shirt. Mahogany hates it. I love it.
Well, this is an audio podcast, so
It's one of those things, like I've never like watched those things and thought it made sense when the couples are like, oh yeah, I've been trying to get rid of that shirt. I've been trying to get rid of that article of clothing, but that's the one that if I ever get the opportunity, I'm shredding it.
Oh man.
Or maybe I'll just like make it into a quilt or something, and then you just so you'll still have it.
Yeah,
But-
I'll
it's
wear it more then.
It's facing the interior, like on the bottom. of the quilt.
Exactly. Well, it can't be on the bottom because then it'll just turn it over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then all the little pom poms you sew on top side will be.
Well,
like, rubbing
Karen,
up
it'll only bother me. I'm the only one.
If you're a pom pom quiltist, I don't know. Sometimes I see people that do like weird shit on their quilts.
Is that a real job?
No, like handmade quilts. They do like put little bows in the fastening areas. I don't. It's very strange.
Pom pom seamstress. I
Or a
just
button.
do
I've seen them do
pom-poms.
Like nice hard plastic buttons.
Remember those old 70s couches where the bottom were just all those pom poms?
Mm-hmm. We had one.
I've always been fascinated by the lace darners. That as a job, they just make lace by hand. How?
Sounds tedious.
Yeah.
Italy.
Sounds like you're 3D printing cloth.
Jeff's
Ketchup chips.
Jeff's
you for
muted by eating
muting
like
it.
kettle chips, so we know what it sounds like on the other side of that screen.
I swear he leaned into the microphone to test if it was muted too. He did. That's how you test if something's muted, by eating a kettle cooked potato chip.
That's one of the things we miss by not gaming in person is all the sounds of our terrible eating habits.
Well, are they
Yeah,
ketchup flavored?
No, that's barbecue flavored.
That's mesquite
Oh, okay.
barbecue.
And then
Mesquite.
Monster.
Oh, of course.
Wow. What are you doing to yourself, Jeff?
Dying.
Damon.
This is the only way I stay alive during the week.
Barbecue
weekends.
chips and Monster energy drinks?
How many medications are you on?
His nutritionist said it's a must. That's just how it works.
Wait a second.
Normally, for the normal
It
sized
is.
person, we would say this no. But for you, Jeff,
It does say 0 sugars.
Yes, we need to increase your blood pressure so that it circulates throughout your entire body. On a normal diet, you're too large for your blood to actually reach your toes. It needs more pressure.
the heart doesn't have enough energy to pump blood that far. You have to drink a Monster Energy drink every day, or you'll die.
Just to get the blood all the way to your toes while
It's
it's still
nitrous from my-
oxygenated.
It's nitrous for my heart.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was either doing monster drinks for work, so my energy stays up super high, or take ashwagandha, so I might, which is one I take for calming my nerves. So it's like between the two of them, it's like ashwagandha's to calm myself, and then the energy drinks to go, woohoo! I can take anything on.
Not familiar with what ashwagandha is.
It's
I thought it was a
thought
type
you
of
said-
weed for a moment.
Yeah, I thought you said actual ganda.
Actual ganja? Is that what you said?
Ashwagandha is an herbal supplement that is supposed to help you with your stress.
You can find
Okay.
a link on our Patreon page.
We have a what do you call it? Product code. Shit.
Ashwagandha.
Here,
Homebrew
scan,
Dragons.
scan QR code is on the screen.
Yes, on the screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It's audio. I have to describe it. Black box, white box, white box, black box, black box, white box, white, white box, line 2, white box, black box.
Just zoom in real close on Zarius's eye on the thumbnail. Pinwheel. That's not the word I'm looking for.
No, that's not even close.
I've said it a few times that this show should be visual, and just watching Jeff eat those chips one at a time, like just a Dapper Dan delicate, who does one chip at a time? I get like enough. I have to cramp my cut them the size of my mouth. If they're not getting cut, I'm not putting enough chips in there.
I was about to say, well, they're kettle
That's how I
cooked.
feel about popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, popcorn's supposed to be eaten by the oat bag.
Actually, I was thinking the imagery that was coming to mind was SeaWorld, where the trainer bends over and puts the fish out there, and then the whale comes up and eats the fish. That was how I'm doing the potato chips.
Not enough captivity in that visuality.
I want to go back a second. Frank's mentioned eating popcorn by the oat bag.
The
That
oat
is
bag,
not
yeah.
an exaggeration for him. I've gone to the movies with him, and he's gotten the largest bucket they can get, and he's gone back for a refill before the movie starts,
Yeesh.
and then
It's
a
like,
refill in the middle of the movie, and then if he's feeling frisky, he'll get the refill on the way out the door.
if I'm driving from Charleston, yeah, that's an hour drive that I can just be shoveling popcorn in my face.
Your
remembering the
poops
movie.
must be horrendous.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wasn't
you're
there
eating
like
You're eating popcorn and shitting out the whole cob.
after the gallbladder surgery, that changed.
Oh.
Once my gallbladder got out, it was I went to go see The Green Knight, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and I ate about half a bucket of popcorn by the time the movie was halfway through, and I missed a good 10-minute chunk of the movie because it was an emergency evacuation scenario.
Oh, the theater, that's the worst.
Yep.
Well, the
Was
good
that-
news is that when the movie's playing, the bathroom's pretty vacant.
Mhm. Yeah, there was nobody in there. Thank God. They would have thought something was wrong, and it was. It was.
they would have known?
It's a theater bathroom. I always assume there's something wrong.
Yeah.
I've never been in one where there's not something going wrong in the theater.
I assume they find at
bathroom.
least one dead body a night at a theater bathroom. That was a horrifying story. Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome. Yeah, my popcorn consumption has definitely fallen off.
Yeah. When you said chunk, that you a great chunk of your time of the movie. Oh, I think it was. There's a segue into the bathroom scenario of a chunk.
It was chunk both figuratively and literally happened.
Oh no, it was
now
more
you guys
of
are making it gross.
Yeah, it was more of like the time just flowed through my fingers.
Unnecessary.
Sometimes when I shit, it's like somebody just took a bucket and turned it upside down.
We don't need to hear that.
Well, enough shit talking. Let's play some bad guys.
Wait a minute. Let's describe a few more for Mahogany's sake.
Gross. I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's yeah. And I wouldn't blame her. You guys are nuts.
Oh.
Speaking of, but I let it go.
Oh my god. Sorry.
No, you're not. Not yet.
God. Okay, so we were doing a game, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are our items still turned off, or have we had a chance to get those?
It's been 6 months in game yet.
No, it's been exactly 10 seconds since we last played.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna turn these on for the sake of brevity.
Yuck. Right. So
what?
We moved 40 feet.
Okay, let's stop reimagining the bathroom scenarios.
No, that was a Kevin. That was a Kevin remembrance.
Okay.
Get me within 40 feet.
I almost died on stream the other night. We just laughed at him.
We just laughed at him as he almost died.
He couldn't
Because we're
breathe.
terrible friends.
You know,
did Kevin have a minor stroke or something?
Yeah, props to him though. He wanted to say he was trying to move 40 feet and he couldn't breathe, but he still got it out. I moved 40 feet.
Oh yeah, when he was having that horrible coughing fit or whatever it was.
Well, you can't imagine Kevin not finishing a thought that he started to say. Once words start falling out of his face, you
It's
can't
like that
hold them
bucket
back
you turn
or
upside
stop
down.
them. Exactly. Like a
I take
bucket of
exception to that.
jambalaya.
I don't believe Kevin has thoughts personally. I believe he's just an echo. Like
Rude.
he's like one end of a canyon where a bunch of assholes are yelling. At the other end, it's some sort of, I don't know, acoustic trick.
Voice funnel.
Yeah, see, the back of Kevin's throat is like an interdimensional doorway where a bunch of assholes are yelling down an alley and the noise comes out of Kevin.
I agree with Mahogany. Rude, but also shit's on point.
All right, enough beating up on Kevin when he's not
Thanks
here.
for listening, Kevin.
Be mad about it.
We know you're there.
Does he? Does he listen to the show? Why,
I think
why
so.
would he?
Yeah, because this is a good show.
I don't know. I
It's got the
disagree.
best role players on the network playing in this game.
The network. You mean the two other guys that aren't here? Three. Oh, I keep forgetting Noob's a person.
So rude. Jesus.
In my head, I have him classified as a Muppet.
I don't think he would be mad about that.
Yeah.
I think he likes Muppets.
Who doesn't? It's how I endure him. I'm like, oh, you're just one of those really zany ones.
Like Sweetums.
French chef.
Swedish shit.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Swedish shit.
French Chef, the Muppet. Nobody likes.
Creme brulee. Oh.
Le Boc, Le Boc, Le Boc.
I think the closest thing to the French chef would be Ratatouille.
That was a dumb movie.
I thought you were about to say that was a dumb
Wow,
comment.
huge slam on a Pixar out of nowhere.
I mean, it was like, it's just the whole, like it would have, the movie itself, like it was well done and pretty and blah, 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 but it was just stupid. Like this rat controls this man by grabbing his hair.
You ever, had
Okay.
a rat, you ever had a rat get in your hair and tell you how to cut and julienne onions? That was on point. That
My
is
theory-
exactly how that shit goes.
Here's my theory.
That's
That,
dumb.
that guy's fontanelle never closed, and the rat was stepping on his brain through his scalp.
Hmm.
That is what was going on. It had nothing to do with the hair. That was just searing.
It's a little too dark for Disney. They're like, yeah, we can't have a hole in the guy's head. So
It's not a hole. It's just a skull never closed from being a baby.
Yeah, it's just got a
Still
soft
got the
spot.
giant soft spot.
like a broken trampoline.
Yeah, it's just the rat nestled in a little divot in his hair, and just uses his feet like a pedal and the
Now
hair like
that-
handles.
That is a pretty solid monster. For a homebrew monster, you've got a creature that just nestles in on top of a brain. It's the brain slug from
Brain mole?
I was getting Man After Man vibes from it too. Actually, as I was saying, I don't know if
Was
you
the
ever read
brain
that.
slug like? Because I know there's Hypnotoad, but was the brain slug also a hypnotic thing, or was it just a?
It's
It's
just a mind
touching me.
controlling blob alien.
Yeah,
Poor
just
little
sat
thing
on your
starved to
head.
death.
Look at this cool hat I got. It's just a brain slug.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
You were talking about some 1950s black and white horror movie, I think.
Man on man. I bet the French chef has seen it.
I'm thinking more along the lines of you're about to say 10
Previously.
seconds ago we were playing.
Oh yes, 10 seconds ago you were standing in the tower in Emerald Hill of one Pod Dentalmark. 5 seconds ago the world blurred before you, and 2 seconds ago you heard Pod go, "Well, have fun," and disappear. Here now, you are in the Coal Hills, overlooking the small town of shit. Forgot it. Lost it. I was so close.
Pennsylvania.
No, it's Lamp
Townsville.
Black Township.
That's right, I remember that. Because I was thinking lamp black. That's weird.
With the
Completely
where
changed
that,
my look.
where that halfling bastard has disappeared to. So what are you guys doing?
Jeb is going to don his hat of disguise again so that he does not look like a winged enemy of all humans, the Strix, and actually look like a short human.
Yeah, I thought we all had our disguises on. I was Tiffany again. Tiffany.
Actually, you don't want to even be Tiffany.
Yeah,
He
he
saw
knows-
that disguise.
We're after the halfling who knows us as those disguises.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm no longer Jefferson Smithsonian. I'm now Nixon Rotterdam.
Hmm.
I'm going to follow the crew wherever they go, keeping myself very quiet and kind of nondescript. And I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Eating all that popcorn again.
Ah, Jesus.
This halfling knows me, and
Yes.
I am not good at disguises. Now, I could hide all day long, but to appear as someone else, nope.
I thought that we had. Yeah. You can borrow my hat of disguise. Never mind. Never. No, you can't. I was like, because I can do disguise self at will, but I realized that's because of the hat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what my new thing is then.
What about you,
Hmm.
Jeff, while she's thinking?
Well, I'm changing the way I look. I look like a drab, normal human.
Okay. Normal human.
Depressed. Like I don't like. Why am I here? God,
Like
this sucks.
like a sad sack, a person that's just like, has a job, and it's probably an okay job, but it's not, it's not making them rich.
I look like Frakes.
Yeah, okay.
Why would you want to do that to yourself? That's my main question.
He likes mustaches.
Who doesn't?
Because that's what I'm trying to get across to these people. I am depressed. They'll leave me alone.
God damn, that hurts because of the accuracy.
Well, you know, I mean,
People's eyes skitter away from me as if I have some sort of magical spell.
look what you did, Jeff. Jesus Christ, he's
It's
gonna
not
start.
magic, it's your face.
Have you thought maybe they're tired of looking at eye level with your nipples? It's a little weird, to be honest with you.
I'm talking like if I make eye contact with somebody, they immediately avert their gaze.
Everybody does that.
That's natural.
Nobody wants to look people in the eyes. You might
Yeah.
see something there you don't like
Mm,
yourself.
true.
So I go looking over to our companion over there. So, Mr. Assassin, you're a professional at this. What should we be doing?
Not referring to
Interrogate
me
the
as an
locals to
assassin.
find out where this guy is.
Interrogate the locals. Let's see. Give me a knowledge local check, Mr. Assassin.
Okay.
Mr. Cybot.
While he's doing the math on that, Mahogany, I have an idea for a name for the lady outside. Heather.
WHY.
Have you never seen the movie Heathers?
No.
Oh, they are the lady outside epitomized in 1980s culture.
Well, I don't want
definitely-
to co-sign on it because I haven't seen the movie, but I will.
They're heinous bitches.
I will
There's also a musical.
again. I don't know it.
Well,
Was
it only
it
took me about
safe?
half a second to add 10 and 11. So 21 on that
What?
knowledge local.
I gave you guys the wrong location. This place is called the Slag Hills, not the Coal Hills, but the coal is basically what this place is known for. You know that this place has a lot of rich coal mines.
You've ruined my immersion. I can't play anymore tonight.
You're right. I'm gonna go flog myself and pray to Jesus that he gives me better game mastering chops.
He won't. It's the devil's game. You got to pray to the other side.
Okay, yeah. Dear Satan, please give me better players so that I might be inspired to be a better game master.
I feel like name not yet decided, but the lady is very vain, and so she's going to her disguise is going to be, she looks exactly like herself except for with red hair and a foot shorter.
All right.
There you have it. So maybe he won't look, well, isn't this guy's a halfling? A foot taller, we'll say. So maybe he doesn't see her face and notice it.
Wasn't that Tiffany's disguise too? Exactly the same, except blonde hair.
No, except for black hair.
Oh,
Or
that's
dark,
right.
brown hair. And
So the lady outside's disguise is just changing the filter.
Yep.
Yeah. No, just
changing her hair color, and it'll make myself taller, so maybe he doesn't see my face as clearly.
Altering the saturation.
yeah, just grabbing the color, the temp on the color wheel, and there you go.
Yep,
All right.
exactly. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Ears of the City. I can do 7 rounds, which every 7 rounds acts as if it was 1d4 hours of talking to people,
Okay.
using the information gathering. So
All
I can use
right.
my perception check to do this. So that's
Jeff.
7 separate checks.
Okay. Jeff casting spells and circumventing roleplay. Now we're in Jeff territory.
That's what I'm here for.
I cast glibness and say some shit.
Yep.
Move it along.
Anytime I can use a spell that's going to replace actual role playing, I will do so.
One of the best role players in the business right there.
The business.
Make no mistake, this has become a business.
I wish there was a way to score it, like tournament style. That way we'd know. We'd have a metric.
Okay. So roll number 1, a 20.
Competitive storytelling.
So
Roll number
you're gonna
2.
make me 7. You're gonna make me do 7 fucking rumor rolls.
Well, I mean, what I'm hoping for is I get something really high, and then you can go, oh, never mind. Here you go.
We'll just roll all 7 of them and then pick the highest.
No. I'm a professional. I can do this. What was the first one?
If you were a professional, you'd do what I just suggested.
Without all the
Work
complaining.
smarter, not harder.
Actually,
No. I'm working both harder and smarter. I
let's
don't
be
know how
honest
that
here.
works.
I'm going to sift through all these rumors quickly and only get the ones that actually pertains to what I really care about.
Well, what was your highest roll then out of these 7? Since Toker insists that I do it his way.
Oh, heaven
Okay.
forbid we actually roll a dice later tonight, the rest of us.
So my highest roll was a 19 with a perception of 18. That equals 37.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Fine. Really wasn't that hard.
And I got 2 of those.
You hear that there is a stranger staying at the Firebrand Tavern, a halfling with a lot of money to throw around. He's been offering to buy out certain estates around town, or certain buildings around town, but nobody really knows why. Like, these are not exactly. This isn't prestigious territory, and there's no real obvious reason why he's wanting these particular sites, but he's pretty insistent, and he's offering a large chunk of gold for him. He's calling himself Petrovis Kilcarry.
I pass all the information on, and I want to do a check to see if I realize what this territory might have to do with the my former ancestor dragon, because I'm having a feeling he's using information that he had from my ancestor that might have some very important reasons for having these areas.
All right, give me a knowledge. Let's see. You have knowledge geography?
Well, I do, but I'm going to also talk to anybody else that's got knowledge geography also.
Okay.
I've got it.
I have it.
Okay.
My theory is that was where he stashed the dragon mates horde 200 years ago. 200?
Yeah.
I got 21.
21? All right.
I assist.
I got a 30.
Okay.
I assist whoever got better, which would be Cybot.
Right. Cybot, and given what they have told you, Zarius and now Jeb, about what they have gleaned in their modern day travels around the area, you know that this was indeed the stalking grounds of a dragon, but not a black dragon. It was a copper dragon that used to claim this territory, though they died a long while back. Their horde was cleaned out, as far as you know, because your master is the one that killed them. But this was before you were brought on. So you're guessing the halfling might be looking for this particular dragon's horde as well, or at least have used it in the past for something.
Yeah, maybe that's where he stored what he skimmed. You know, if a copper dragon can hide his horde somewhere, because they hide them still, even though they are the metallic kind, and those are supposed to be the good guys, right? They still hide their gold. They're still greedy fucks like anybody else that's got scales and wings and a tail, right?
Racist.
Have you met
Well,
me?
I'm
I
about to
hate
say, that's kind of racist.
Speciesist.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeb Akelshank hates other races, including his own.
Boy.
Remember, he hated goblins.
Oh,
Basically, he just hates everybody. But he lumps them all into different groups to play to the stereotypes that he believes they have.
So that's not racism. That's
Bigotry. Ignorant bigotry. Evil!
Sure. I'm not racist. I have a dragon friend. Anyway. Yeah, that is what basically you're thinking is going on here. He's looking for where that old horde used to be, where he may have hidden something, or who knows, maybe he knows something about it that you just didn't know.
With that 21 knowledge local that I made a while back, do I know the name not the name, but the whereabouts of this establishment that he might be staying at?
This town wasn't really here 200 years ago.
Maybe I picked up a brochure before we traveled here. I don't know. Why do I have knowledge local if I don't know any of it anymore?
You know that this place, as you recall, was a dwarven outpost that was pretty small and insular way back when. Like you remember traveling this area and seeing a stone fortress set into the hills.
I could tell him what I knew with my 17.
But you can't seem to locate it now. Things have changed a lot in the last 200 years in this area. So what are you doing?
Let's see if we can find the tavern. Or what is our game plan? How do we want to do this? Because obviously if we just show up, the halfling's going to get kind of suspicious of any newcomers or outsiders that show up in town. So
unless we say something about an offer that we might have, he's buying up things. Maybe we could pose as landowners, want to invest in whatever business he's procuring. Wait, no, we look like fucking farm folk.
You're on a hill outside of town. No one's seen you.
I'm thinking more so, let's just get in, kill the son of a gun, and get the hell out.
Oh, that's what we're here for? We're just here to kill him?
Yes.
Oh, done. All right, let's do that. I'm all about that murder life.
I mean, we have a professional assassin here.
Oh, thank you. I wouldn't say professional.
Go ahead, Toker.
What time of day is it?
Let's see. In time you get there, you guys left in the morning. You spent a little time with Delmark. It's still morning.
And from his gather thing, this he's been up late and partying it up.
He's definitely been out and about in the town.
So we beeline it into town and go to that thing and see if he's got a room, and then just go to the room and kill him. Let's not overthink it. Right. So I'm gonna go do that.
I like this methodology you got there, Sci-Fi. You got your priorities in order.
All right. So you hoof it down the hills toward Lampblack Township. Lampblack Township is made of mostly, the buildings in particular here, made of mostly just dark stone rocks. All the buildings are uniformly colored. They're not taking great pains to dress things up here. The roofs are slate and kind of high roofed here. Like, you're guessing that they probably get a good bit of snow here in the hills. And there is an unmistakable smell in the air that you can tell that this place is a coal mining town. It's just got that
freshly fracked smell,
that coal dust smell everywhere. Like, you can see that there's even a lot of it in the streets from the mines, where the miners are hauling carts and coming home from work. Like, everything has a little bit of grime. The tavern is easy to spot, as it is the only splash of color here in town. The Firebrand Tavern is now that you can see it up close, it is in a dwarven keep, but it is in a dwarven keep that has sunk into the ground, or rather, you're guessing now that you can see it up close, this place must have been subject to some really bad mudslides over a century or so ago. And when the town got here, they just sort of built on top of the now hard-packed mud and continued digging down for more coal, which left the keep that was here before just jutting up halfway up out of the mud, where they just dug it out and turned it into a tavern/inn. The Firebrand's two front towers, which are from street level only about 11 feet high, have braziers with continual flame burning at the top. You can tell because it's just not they're only giving off light, not even smoke. And a new door, as you can tell, been knocked into the wall and built built there in its place.
So
But
we're literally here just to murder him. No information required. We're not looking for anything from him. We're just getting revenge.
Revenge right this second, but if we can get anything else from like where he's hid the treasure, kind of stuff like that. But my goal here is to kill the son of a gun first before he has a chance to disappear and slither away. We can always, treasure ain't gonna disappear. You know, it's not gonna fade away or anything like that. I'd rather kill the son of a gun and then we can try to figure out where he's hid stuff at. You know, he might have something on him that leads us to the stuff, but my priority is kill the guy as fast as possible, be done with that part, and then proceed forward. Now, something else, Terrence. You said that everywhere is dusty and kind of has a coal sheen to it.
yeah, just a lot of coal dust and like.
I mean, it's all
Right.
flammable.
Well, I mean, the dust might be flammable, but like I said, all the buildings are made of stone.
Scorched earth, motherfucker. Let's do this.
But everybody around town should have like a dusty grind to them.
Yeah, they're coming home from work. Yeah.
I will reflect that in my disguise also, because that will stand out if we don't look the same as everybody else around here.
All right.
And we'll mention that to the rest of the party.
Dirty up, you rubes.
All right, I'll wipe my hand along a wall of one of the buildings and just slap it across my face. All right.
I'll do it magically. I'm not
All right.
actually getting dirty.
I'm a
Okay.
-1 to disguise checks, so I don't bother.
Okay. Well, you're a rugged-looking guy for an elf anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
the halfling will know me if he sees me, but
Yes.
and nobody else
definitely.
will know me because I've been gone for 200 years.
But so has he. All right. So, yeah, like I said, you're in front of the tower. You going in?
Yep.
Or the not tower tavern. All right, you go in. The tavern opens up onto a staircase going down where you can hear the business of taverness going on. You can see that there is the stairway reaches a landing halfway till you get to the tavern floor itself, and there's another staircase doubling back up to a floor that is probably at street level. But
Should we just go straight to the rooms and check out the rooms before we start asking questions down below?
I mean, you're gonna kick in the door, cause a scene, maybe give him a
Right.
heads up.
Pick all the locks and we can do it stealthily. We can listen at the doors to see if we hear people in there, and if it's not his voice, we move on to the next one. I mean, just recon first without drawing attention to ourselves at all. Of course, I'm not a professional assassin, so I don't really know. I normally do just kick in doors and fly through windows.
My plan was to go to the owner of the establishment, demand to get information on what room this dude's staying in, and then go to that room and kill him.
That seems more to the point. All right, I'll follow your
Okay.
lead.
all right. So, going past the stairway going to the inn rooms, you go down to the tavern floor where you see it's pretty busy for a morning's shift. People are there getting breakfast. Some people are there getting a late supper. You can tell the people who just got off working at in the mine to the people who are just about to go on. They share a few jokes. Some of them yawn groggily on both ends, and they're doing a brisk trade in food and drink already. The most of the crowd here are gnomes, halflings, and dwarves, and so you guys stand out no matter what you're disguised as, unless you are disguised as one of those three races. The barkeep, who is busily smiling at some dwarven woman, he is also a dwarf, is distracted by your entrance, and he gives you the nod as you come in, just a sort of a friendly gesture, and I see you as you go down to the tavern floor. When you get over there to him, since he would be probably the most obvious person, since you're looking for someone obviously in charge around here.
Well, quick check to make sure that the halfling's not in the actual room.
Okay. All right. You scan around and you don't see him necessarily. Like you You just see mostly just miners and people you don't recognize.
Anyone got any particularly powerful magical auras coming off of them?
No, not really. A few of them do have a few magical trinkets on them, but nothing terribly powerful. You see the barkeep has a sword on a placard up behind him on near the shelves, and that's giving off probably the most powerful aura in the room. But even that is not super powerful.
Mm.
He what can I do for you folks?
Looking for a halfling that would be new in town, and I give him a description, but he might not match that description. What's the name that he's been going by that you picked up, Jeff?
It was Petrovis Kilcarry.
Yeah.
And when he says that, also I mentioned in that I heard that he's interested in buying some property. We're interested in selling him some.
Oh, Mr. Kilcarry definitely is looking to buy things. He's had a few takers too. Some people are more than happy to take his money and run. I ain't saying the mines are run out of coal, but maybe coal mining isn't necessarily the glamorous life some people would like to believe it is. But I can take a note for you if you like. Leave a message for him. He's not here now.
Where is he?
One of his prospective property owners was giving him a tour of the place he wanted to purchase, just on the edge of town.
And I slide over 5 gold.
Oh, he looks at the gold and
I go and I look at him and wink and go, business competition. You know how it is.
Well, if you're looking to maybe outbid the fellow, you might be able to catch him before the paper's signed. He gives you brief street by street directions on how to get there. He says, it's just a place that's, I guess it was probably an old farm at some point, but this was way before the slide. So it's mostly just a bunch of roofs jutting up out of the ground. But if he wants it, he wants it.
Well,
take that information and go.
Yes.
Y'all have a good day now.
You too.
You too, buddy. Thank you for your help.
Yeah. As you step outside into the daylight, you can smell, of course, the fresh, cool air of the mountain, undercut with, of course, the coal. And you look around, and you can actually see from the way the terrain is that when you look down the high street, you can see almost to the end because it's all a downward slope. And you can actually see the field beyond where the guy mentioned, but over various rooftops. Just given the way the valley here is oddly divoted and filled in.
Realizing that my now 6'4" status is a bit tall for this area, I'm going to go back to a foot shorter than I normally am once we're out of sight of folks.
All right. A couple of halflings that were kind of drunk stumble out, and one of them looks up at you and says, "Nah, I swear, lady, you got to be the tallest lady I've ever seen." No way, man. How many did I have? I gotta go. And then he runs off to vomit in an alley. Now, morning drinkers are the worst, says a local passerby. And you guys head that way, I'm guessing?
Yeah, brunch skunks are a nightmare, aren't they?
Yeah, move that way.
Okay, thank you. So when you move down the street, you follow the guy's directions. Like, you're guessing it would have probably been a little bit more confusing. It would have gotten you there a little less soon as you do, had you just tried to navigate your way through the various haphazardly constructed streets here in the town yourselves. And when you get to the area, you can see indeed what the man basically described to you, a kind of a overgrown field with a few rocky outcroppings jutting up out of the mud, and you can see the remnants of buildings sticking up out of the ground itself. Probably the place where the crossbars and things and framing for the roofs were way back when. You also see a pair of figures standing under a tree. One of them is tall, than the other one at about 4.5 feet. The other one is about 3'2". You are about 150 feet away from them.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Or just the one? I'm asking the party.
I immediately stop. And is there anywhere close that we can hide at real quick? Like a building or something we can duck behind or something?
And there are, like I said, the ruinous buildings here are not collapsed. They are under the old mudslide, so you could probably dip into them. They're only partially filled in. So,
well, I'm just looking for something that we can. And I look over to the rest of the group and I go, I would suggest maybe our stealthier companions take care of this. I'm going to step back and I'll keep an eye out, and I will warn them if I see anything or hear anything different.
All right.
Yeah, I could just, if you want, I can fly up all sneaky like and do a dive bomb on him.
I mean, I'm sneaky too, so.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the professionals there.
I can circle above until you make your move, and then we both shoot. We come at him from two sides.
And it's the halfling we're looking for, and who else?
Just another figure, probably a dwarf.
Who was trying?
Probably
he was
whoever
trying.
Was showing them around.
Yeah, the dwarf owns the land, and was selling him this particular plot.
And what was the halfling's original name?
I forgot to write it down. That's why I gave him this alias.
I knew him for a long time. We're close. It's a name I could never forget.
Good old.
Yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle some shit on my staff to make it do more damage, and then I'm gonna sneak over there and stab the shit out of him after I make my move. If you want to dive bomb, have at it. But that's what I'm doing. Is this what I do?
All right, I will fly up and wait for Cybot to make his move, and we'll.
Okay, now let me before you do this, let me go ahead and tell you what apparently I'm like. The plot is a large grassy area with like very few in the way of trees. Like the reason I mentioned that they are under a tree because it is the tree on the plot. They are standing under a tree.
Oh no, I plan to drink a potion of invisibility.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
And I'll.
Are there there's no one else around?
Now that you can see, no.
Okay.
Would it be possible to fly high enough to look like a bird and still notice things, or would I need to just I don't think I've got any potions of invisibility on me.
I don't know what a flying person would look like what the height you would have to look like a bird.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Jeb.
You don't have anything like vanish left?
Mm-mm. I was thinking about getting some snap leaves when we have an opportunity.
What at?
Okay, wait a second.
So how far away are they?
I can cast vanish on you for 5 rounds.
About 150 feet.
Perfect. You just cast vanish on me. I'll fly up and we'll do this. Let's do this. Let's go.
I was gonna say I could put them in a pit.
Or that. If we can get close enough to them.
I mean, I've got 190 feet away from them that I can put them in a pit. And that way they'll be less likely to run away, also less likely to see Fly Guy coming, but they will be alerted that something's up.
If they fail the reflex.
Indeed.
I kind of. How about this? How about the 2 Invisibos? I get vanish. You go invisible, and if we don't kill them in one hit, you pit them.
Yeah, pit's a nice backup.
Alrighty then. Looked on phonics works for me.
All right.
Let's kick ass, Seabass.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your stealth checks.
Let's see, if you move, normally it's only a, got it right here in front of me. What am I doing? So plus 20 because I'm moving.
Yeah.
With my stealth of plus 18, so plus 38. So
All right.
invisible. So yeah.
38.
No, that's a third.
Plus 38.
Yeah, so I'm at a 45.
Ooh.
And this is not dim light or darkness. This is morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
40. 35 plus 15.
Okay,
So
Now that's-
50.
that's 50.
There we go. That number.
Excuse me. All right, you take to the
Yes.
air. Cybot, you begin moving your way quickly through the grass. Jeb, are you gonna wait for Jeb to like get down toward his strike before you strike, or are you just gonna go for it and break your invis before he gets there?
I'll go first.
No. I was gonna strike and then he was gonna dive bomb.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. You sneak over there. Let's see. Let me do my chance to spot. I still have a 5% chance no matter what you assholes do.
Only because we house rolled that.
Oh yeah. All right.
I mean, if he's got a 30 perception, he might be able to roll a 50.
So hair's caught in my fucking earphones. Killing me. Okay. All right. Cybot, you move across the grass stealthily as you can, getting up to very close to the halfling. As you approach, you can see that he's smiling, talking to the dwarf. He's like, "Oh, I couldn't do more. I couldn't do any more than 500 for this lot. It's so small, you know. I mean, I have special needs for this." He's like, "I know what the dwarf's like. I know what you're planning. You're planning to build this place up. I've seen this kind of thing before, where you rich guys come into a town and try to snap up all the areas to set it up for some other kind of scam you're running. Well, you won't get me. I won't take less than 1,000." The halfling looks like himself, but younger, except for you're guessing that he now actually just looks like himself, like all the oldness about him that you recognize has kind of just sort of gone. he appears much more youthful. His head is shaved. You're guessing that's probably because he always wore a wig. Now that you know that, in the presence of the dragon, he was obviously very good at disguising his appearance. But-
Man, those edges.
He says, fine, you've twisted my arm. 1,000 it is. And he begins reaching for his bag.
Can I do a sense motive to pick up if there's anything off about him? That might make me think that he's not who he appears to be.
Sure, go ahead.
And then if there's any weird magical auras coming off.
All right.
That's only an 18 on sense motive because I rolled like garbage.
Okay. All right. You do not. He seems to be engrossed in the conversation with the dude.
Then I stab him.
But you do see a lot of magical auras coming off him. Are you going to take time to investigate them before you do?
No.
All right. Make your attack.
22.
22. All right. 22. You appear. Your spear thrusts forward, and you appear as you make contact with the halfling. Roll your damage.
Vital striking.
Yeah, vital strike.
6, 32, 3, 4, 35. 35 damage.
35 damage. All right.
That was terrible. I rolled 6d6 and only one of them was above a 3.
Eesh.
The halfling's eyes widen as you appear. He a little bit of blood comes out of his mouth as he goes, "Bastard!" And then you see his body fade away, just rapidly, just vip out of existence.
Do I not get my chance to hit him as I was waiting?
Nope. Jeb, you come in. You basically make a strike, but there's nothing to strike against. The dwarf is utterly surprised by all of this. Let's talk about what you didn't see. What you didn't see was the halfling's familiar, in a branch above the tree line. And you when you look up, you see what appears to be a red squirrel holding a bottle, which it lobs to the ground like a person throwing a rock across a lake, before it too vanishes. The bottle hurtles to the ground and bashes across a knobbly root, cracking. You have just time to see there's a little figure inside of it. And suddenly the figure gets bigger. Let's do initiative.
I might beat the lady again.
Oh yeah, gotta roll initiative.
Let me get to my monster.
We got a map for this?
We don't really need one. It's an open field, but if you want one, I'll do one real quick.
It helps for flanking and whatnot.
Okie dokie. Give me 1 sec. Go ahead and roll your initiatives and edit this part out, I guess. Let's see. Owlbear.
You want us to edit out your lack of preparation? I don't think that's happening. Maybe it is.
This thing is on its last legs.
Let's get one more pitch about this computer before the new one shows up.
Yep.
Oh, have you ordered the new one?
Yeah, it should be here tomorrow or Tuesday.
What'd you get?
I don't know. I'll let Jesse pick it out. Some gaming computer that has a lot of RAM and a solid state hard drive. He said it'll be
Nice.
much more reactive and faster, and not gunk up the second I open more than one window.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be glad when I can
go,
close all the tabs for Starfinder.
I'll take a moment to go smoke.
Alrighty, give me a second or two.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna stop this. I can piece it together later.
What's the white thing?
I don't know what that is.
The one in front of.
That's my old Valric token.
That's what I thought. You can get rid of that one, yeah. And the fire thing can go.
Sure.
And
I don't know who this hat is either. So.
Podrick.
That was Pod.
yeah, that's right. I was Pod back. Yeah. Okay.
And cool.
All right. Let's do initiative. Cybot, what'd you get?
30.
Lady outside.
24.
Zarius. Is he here?
It's muted.
20.
20. And Jib.
Also 20.
And the squirrel hurled the bottle to the ground. It busted on a stump, a root knot. And then suddenly something grows out of it. 4 tentacles emerge from the torso of this massive, misshapen creature. Above these are a tooth-encrusted maw and a glaring red eye. At the top of the creature is a glistening black horn. It's huge.
Oh.
And let me roll initiative for it. Okay. I have rolled a natural 20 on initiative for this monster, but
I also rolled a natural 20.
But it has an initiative modifier of 0, so it still goes last.
Oh.
All right. So, Cybot, you're first as this just horrendous monstrosity emerges from the jar.
Okay. I am going to run while I can. Move 30 feet away, assuming that it's flat-footed and can't attack yet, and then I drink another potion.
All right.
Of see invisibility, and then try to look and see if they teleported away or if those guys are just invisible that we lost track of.
All right. So you can see invisibility. You yes can see a pair of invisible creatures. They are hovering about 100 feet in the air above where the monster is.
Okay. I'm making a point not to stare at them like I see them.
Okay. Lady outside, you're next. This huge, gross, grotesque creature just sprouted next to a tree, next to your companions or coworkers or whatever they are.
You said you do what about those people? You see them or you don't see them?
I do see them, but I don't make it like I'm not going to stare at them like I see them.
Hmm. Indeed. All right, so the lady outside is going to move. Actually, I think she's going to stay where she's at, and she's going to move 30 feet towards. Yeah, 30 feet just directly towards Cybot to the right, and then
those aren't accurate. Those aren't really accurate places. I'm sorry. You guys are 150 feet away, so you guys technically are off screen.
All right, so she's gonna double move 60
Yes.
feet closer.
All right, then put yourself on the edge. We'll just call it there.
I mean, we can do math.
I don't fucking want to do math. A double move will get you on the map. How about that?
Okay, I'll allow it.
Zarius is next. Oh wait, no, actually, Jeb or Zarius is next. I don't know.
Is she close enough to do some sort of knowledge on it?
Sure.
Yeah. What kind of knowledge?
This would be. Let me see. Let me double check. This creature is a. This would be a knowledge dungeoneering.
Oh, my worst one. 27.
27 is enough to let you know that this is a tentacled horror. A huge aberration.
Tentacled horror?
Yep. A huge aberration with an aura of insanity. Let's see. It is resistant to acids, has spell resistance. But one of its two major features are its aura of insanity. Let's see. But you guys might be out of the range to be affected by it. Double check. Yeah. You guys are out of the range to be. You're too. You're probably too powerful to be affected by its aura of insanity. Its other major ability is horn. The source of its power is its horn. You know that if its horn is removed, it loses its regeneration, which it also has, and suffers some stat hits.
You say too powerful to be?
Yeah, you guys are probably too powerful to be affected by its aura of insanity.
All right, so I share all of that information at the top of my lungs so that everyone can hear it.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Zarius, what do you? Oh, sorry, Jeb or Zarius? Who's got the better initiative?
I got a +5. All right.
Jeb it is.
Well, since I am there, I'm going to hit it.
Hit it!
Natural 20. 31.
Nice.
33 with flanking.
That'll
Is
hit.
it subject to flanking?
You're not flanking.
It's flat-footed though,
Oh, it is flat-footed to me. I am invisible.
That's true.
and it hadn't gone yet. So
That too. Is
Alright,
it subject to sneak attack?
Yes, it is. Let's see what your thing is. You're using a piercing weapon, correct?
Yes. Rapier.
Rapier.
+1 rapier.
No, that doesn't make sense. I'm not like. That one has to do with gear. No.
that's why I stopped using the cards.
Yeah, how often are they actually applicable?
Well, that's the thing. Like, they're mostly applicable to humanoid opponents,
Mhm.
and like against actual monsters, they are real touch and go. But I'll give it one more go before I just make one up.
Decapitation.
No, it doesn't have a head. It's just a huge
If
metal
the creature
horn.
you're fighting happens to have a maw,
Decapitates the horn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't draw that. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Leg wound, double damage, and target land speed is halved for 1d4 rounds.
Dope. All right. So that's 34 damage.
34.
It is going to start bleeding if it is subject to bleed. It takes 5 bleed on its turn. And I'm going to make it disoriented. It's going to take a -2 on its attack rolls.
All right, it is disorientated. And it is your go, Zarius.
All right. I cast shooting
Oh, wait,
star
wait.
at it.
I get another attack too, don't I?
Oh, yeah, you didn't charge, so yeah.
I didn't charge in. Does the 16 hit it?
It does not.
Okay.
Okay.
That's me.
Zarius,
I cast shooting star at it.
does that have a spell resistance?
Yes, it does.
All right, roll it.
I rolled an 18 plus my level.
You're fine.
Okay. And damage is 46 bludgeoning and 46 fire damage.
Oh, 4d6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Roll them.
All
Weirdly
right.
enough, this actually will matter.
That
the
is
next round.
14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Holy crap. And that is 23 fire damage.
23 fire
Nice.
damage. Jesus. Okay. Any other moves or?
Yeah, and then I
anything?
will move 30 feet forward.
Okay. All right. So the creatures go. Since you used a fire spell, the cut off, its regeneration cuts off, so it actually takes 5 points of bleed.
Dope.
And then we do its turn. You're the only person next to it that it can see. So it turns its dubious intentions towards you. It has -2 to attack, correct?
Yes. -4 against me, I'm pretty sure. So -2 on attack penalties. In addition, the target takes a -2 on attack against me. Yes, so -4 against me, -2 against everybody else.
All right. All right. The creature's tentacles and maw snaps, bites, lashing out at you. Let's see. Definite miss. Definite miss. This 25 gets you.
This does.
All right. So 2 hits, a tentacle, and the maw attack get you out of the 5 that come slashing your way. You jump, you dodge, you dive, you duck out of the way of the previous hits, but the last 2 are just too swift and land on you. I need you to make a grapple check as the tentacles tightens up around you as it hits.
You mean it needs to make a grapple check against my CMD?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I was thinking of the other way around.
I mean, I'll roll it.
Does 24 get you, or 34 hit your CMD?
Yep, easily.
You were grabbed, so let's do the damage. All right, so between the bite and the tentacle, you take 32 points of damage.
All right, 32. Ouch. 32 ouch points. Got it.
32 ouchies. Top of the round, Cybot.
You said they were how far above that tree that we're fighting?
About 50 feet above the tree.
So, Ring of the Osprey gives me it only gives me a fall speed of 30. Okay. So 30 would get me back up there, and then 30 feet, the 50 feet. So I couldn't charge even if I could fly from here with the 30-foot fly speed. So are they still in the same spot?
Yeah, that move that you see, you can out of the corner of your eye, you can see they're doing something. You're guessing he's probably taking some potions.
Would move. How far is this thing's reach?
Its reach seems pretty far. Let me double check though. Yeah, it just has a 15-foot reach. It has a pretty long reach.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20. What do my Daredevil boots give me? Okay. So I think I can move up. It will provoke, but I've got enough with my Daredevil boots to where I can move up a little and then acrobatics the rest of my movement
Okay.
to try and overcome his CMD.
All right.
So I don't provoke. I'm assuming his CMD is stupidly high, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay.
I mean, I'm at a plus 19, so
Yeah, you have a good chance.
here's hoping. 31.
Yeah, beat it by 1.
Word. So yeah, I'm 5, 10, 15. I have to be here, so I'm within 10, and I will vital strike it.
All right.
I don't know. So 24, 25, because I did that acrobatics thing, I think. It gives me just a +1. 25, and I'm flanking now with homeboy, so 27.
27 to hit, definitely.
To hit. Okay. Cool.
I don't know. Can you flank when somebody's grappled?
Oh, wait, is he grappled?
Yeah, he is grappled.
What weapon are you using?
Tentacles.
No, I mean Jeb.
A light one-handed piercing weapon. So yes, I'm still threatening.
So then he still threatens. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll allow it.
The rules allow it, sir.
I am the rules.
Drunk with power.
So 30 damage from my spear.
That's 30. All right. Let's see. That brings us to Lady Outside. Lady Outside, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Sorry, I was muted. I'm double moving 60 feet, so I'm within 30 feet of it now.
I was like, she normally makes a lot of hums and haws when she's thinking.
I
It's
was
supposed to be a
wondering
real
that.
serious turn if that's not even happening.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You double move.
Double move.
All right. There you go. You're close to it. We're at Jeb. You're grappled, but still,
And flanking.
yeah, grappled and flanking.
Can I make a roll to determine if I'm going to take more damage if I'm still grappled?
Do you have dungeoneering?
I do.
Okay, roll it.
Natural 19 plus 7, 26. 25
Okay.
plus 6.
You're guessing. Yeah, you can feel this thing's tentacles periodically tightening and loosening. You're guessing that it's going to start squeezing you as you if you stay in its coils.
How hurt does it look? Does it look like we did some solid damage to it, or does it look like it's still?
You guys have been tearing it up.
And it took 5. It took its 5 bleed.
The last round, but you can see that its regeneration is already reactivating after the burn.
Okay. We're still flanking it. Yeah, and it did that much damage to me last time. I need to get away. But if I just try to get away, that's all I'm going to do. If I try to kill it, I might kill it. All right, I'm going to kill it.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to kill it. First, I need to put on grapple. Sorry. Fuck it. 21.
21, so close, but no, 22 is the AC.
23 because I'm flanking.
Oh, okay, well then, yeah.
Boom.
Then yeah, you get it.
Oh, so close. 5 and 6. Oh, yes, thank you. Please and thank you. 20 for 28. Yep, 28 damage.
28 damage plus 28.
And it is going to take another 5 bleed, and it is again going to take that -2 penalty to its AC this round.
AC, all right. Then we're on to Zarius.
Oh,
Is it
I can get
28?
another attack.
No.
I might get a natural 20.
Jesus Christ, man.
I didn't.
Okay, what'd you get?
6.
All right,
Total?
Zarius.
Sheesh.
Okay. Does a 28 hit?
A 28 will hit, yes, definitely.
Okay. And spell resistance is 22.
That will get it.
I'm shooting another shooting star at it.
All right.
Okay, that sucked. 12 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 17 fire damage.
Let me do a little math here. Let's say 60. Oof. All right. Your blow finishes the creature off, or rather sends it to the ground. Jeb, you come loose as the tentacles slackens as the thing collapses over on its side.
Excellent.
Not dead, but unconscious. Let's see. Let's see. Its turn. It is unconscious and bleeds 5 because it is still, its regeneration is still cut off. And get to the map here. All right, cool. Zarius, I need you to make a will save. Suddenly, the halfling appears flying over the battlefield. He casts a spell targeting Zarius. Zarius, will save.
22.
22. All right. You feel yourself get a little drowsy, but the deep slumber spell he cast at you was not strong enough to put you down. Let's see. Top of the round. Cybot.
The halfling's visible, but the other invisible figure, I'm assuming, was his familiar.
Yeah.
I
And
charge his familiar.
it's perched on his shoulder, basically.
Yeah. I use my Ring of the Osprey as a swift action to get a fly speed, and I will charge.
Okay.
And target the invisible familiar.
All right. Weird, but okay. Your attack.
Fuck your pet, man.
That's a 2 on the die, but that still gives me a 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Yay, charging. I had to swift action to use the ring, so I can't switch my studied target to him. And I can't vital strike as I charged, but I can still just stab him. 16 damage.
16 damage. All right. You savagely cut into the familiar. It lets out a horrifying squeak. The poor little red squirrel that you were attacking with a big spear.
Mhm. The thing about squirrel is they don't taste gamey if you brine them in a salt bath overnight.
Your go lady outside.
It's good to know, actually.
Yeah.
So this thing is down, but it still needs to be fired to make it so it doesn't regenerate. Is that what I'm?
Basically, the way regeneration works, and I have to look this up a lot too. So, regeneration is cut off for a round if it takes fire damage in a round. It had just taken fire damage when it went down, so the regeneration is cut off. Therefore, it just needs a killing blow.
Alrighty then. Well, then I'll use the stone discus that I had rolled, and I hit it twice because 26 and 21 with its lowered AC, right?
Definitely, yes.
I can't remember. 46 per.
I
Yeah.
think that's right.
First time around is 11. Second time around is really shitty with 5.
Oh,
11-5. That's all right. Your disc guy. I don't know. swoop across the field, arcing down into the downed body of the tentacled horror. You hear them give a choomp choomp noise as they sink into the creature's repulsive flesh, hitting some sort of vital spot. There's a sound like a balloon bursting and bones snapping as the creature finally gives up the ghost, its regeneration cut down, its body left to rot in the sun. We're at. You have any moves?
Where is the guy now?
Oh, sorry, I better put a token up there. Not as visible. Let's go with some money bag here.
Money bags.
There you go. So,
But he's still up in the air.
yeah, put yourself by him. Toker, there you go. He's still up in the air. Yeah, he's still flying.
Okay. In that case, I will move 30 feet. And that's my turn.
Jeb.
All right, the creature is dead in front of me. It is not regenerizing.
Nope. Regenerizing. We're doing all kind of great pronunciation tonight.
The money bags, how far away is he from me?
60 feet up.
I'll charge him with my wings.
Yeah. Flappity, 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 flappity.
Quick flies. Zah! Oh, I don't think that's gonna hit. 16, 18. Does an 18 hit him?
Let me double check that AC. Does.
It does.
It just does.
Good. Then I get sneak attack on a charge. And is it plus to damage as well, or just plus to hit?
Just a hit.
Just to hit.
I always forget. That is really bad. That is 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. So that's 10, 15, 17, 18, 19 damage.
19 damage. All right. The halfling lets out another gargled cry of pain. Let's see. Zarius, you go.
All right. I will cast glitter dust on him.
Okay.
I will miss both of them. I will put it over to the corner of him. He has to make, so no matter what, him and his familiar are covered with dust.
Okay.
So they are seen. Now they have to both make a DC 17 will save to make sure they're not blinded.
All right. See, they're both blind. Jesus fucking Christ. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Awesome.
All right.
And I will move 30 foot closer.
I really love it when our enemies are helpless. What does that say about me?
You're good at role playing, or you're secretly a sociopath. I'm not sure.
I don't know
Is it a
if secretly.
secret, though?
Yeah, I don't know if secret is right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, all his spells are just, oh man. They're like things you have to look at people. Hold on.
Chef just went all Arsenio Hall over there.
Most of my attack spells are illusions and enchantments. Let's see.
Oh, I miss Valric.
Let's see. Yeah,
More
I
than
got it.
handy.
Because of Handy.
Damn it! All right.
We really should have called Handy hand job. and gave him a little top hat that he could throw.
We tried. I tried to make
Throws
that
a
joke.
shoe.
All right. He tries. He
Honestly.
attempts a acrobatics to get away from you guys via flying acrobatic. I guess it would be a fly check actually instead of acrobatics, but okay. So he attempts a fly check to get past your CMDs. What are your CMDs, guys?
I am
What he
22.
roll?
I'm telling you, I'm asking you to fucking what the
24.
DC. There you go. What'd you get? What do you have?
24.
Tugger.
Oh, 22.
I mean, you're both. Okay, so he doesn't make either of those. He attempts to basically do some fancy flying and does not.
All right, then I'm going to attack him twice.
All right.
Nice.
My fortuitous
Attacks
my
of
spear.
opportunity.
It's a 26, and that next one probably doesn't get it. 16.
You're right. The second one does not get it. The first one does.
You saw my reaction. Take a guess. Natural 20.
Nice. Well, I did 20 damage.
All right, 20 damage. You want to take your attack too?
Yeah. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I need
Okay.
to confirm. Forgot.
You don't have to confirm a natural 20.
Oh, well, good, because that was a natural 1.
Oh, wait, you do have to confirm an actual 20. My guy lives.
Too bad.
Your shot with your sword just was close enough to blow the glitter dust out of its eyeballs, and he can see again.
Oh man. Too bad
That's
you're
why I
using
don't use
piercing
cards.
weapon.
You could have done that.
Double damage and target cannot move.
Oh.
He's nailed in place is what it's called. Nailed to the damn sky. But just under it. I don't know if you can see that. If you were using slashing weapons,
My favorite one, but not used against me.
is decapitation.
Oh. It's a slashing rapier.
30
30.
damage.
30 damage. All right, yes. You both basically skewer him crossways. You can feel your spear tip and your blades touching as they cross within the halfling there in midair. he lets out a garbled cry of pain and curses you as the life slowly drains from his body. And then you see his body begin to sort of like flake and fall apart. It begins to like just crumble into dust and ash there in midair.
Okay, so he's dead. The bleed doesn't matter.
The bleed does not matter.
All right, cool.
He was well below constitution after your hit. In fact, he only had 2 hit points after Toker's hit.
Ain't no kill like overkill.
That's true.
And the squirrel falls to its death.
And the squirrel tries to fly away, but you've already used your attacks of opportunity. So
I've got multiple. I attack.
go ahead. Go attack the squirrel then.
I do not have combat
That's why
reflexes.
come back for revenge.
19?
19 will hit the squirrel.
Yay! Fuck you, squirrel. That's 19 damage.
All right, the squirrel. You as the squirrel attempts to fly away, you jab it with your spear. Much like the gnome, it crumbles to dust, but in a much faster, funnier way, with a poof.
You know,
Here, poof.
squirrels die when they mate.
More
What?
fun facts about animals with Frakes.
Yeah, every time squirrels mate, they die. At least all the ones I fucked did.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's more of a campfire joke, not a middle of your
Yeah.
podcast joke.
let's do that squirrel and duct tape joke while we're at it. No.
Mm,
So Terrence, I walk over to that horror and chop its horn off
Okay.
and keep hold of it because that sounds like that'd be making it into a cool play horn.
All right. The dwarf who just witnessed all this is just shaken. He's basically hugging the tree. His eyes are bugging out. He's terrified. He's been driven insane by the aura of the thing. You hear the dwarf noisomely go in his pants as he begins to eat clods of dirt there in the field.
Well, there's nothing we
ladies-
can do for him.
The lady just pouts because she didn't get to lightning bolt the guy.
Is the insanity permanent?
I believe it is. Yes, it takes a lot to get rid of it.
So
It needs
then
a restoration, greater restoration, miracle, or wish to get rid of
no need to kill this guy then.
No.
No,
We'll
he's
just
pretty.
rob him and leave.
Mhm.
All right, he begins to. He swings on you feebly when you try to grab his purse, but eventually he just stops and stares.
Yeah, actually, we'll look for the will that he was about to sell this to the halfling
All right,
or
you're-
the estate.
it's not much effort to grapple this pretty low-level guy, dwarf guy, down to the ground and take off anything of value to him. So yeah, you find some paperwork on him about selling the estate and whatnot, and he's got a purse of gold for 250 gold pieces within it. Excuse me.
Run over and catch all the gear that should be flying down from the sky from the halflings.
Okay.
Leave it all turned to dust because we got all that treasure already.
It turned to dust because it got all that treasure last session.
Treasure we can't use yet because you keep taking away our downtime.
Don't worry, you're about to have it. But yeah, you've gotten your revenge, and you've also gotten away with it without any reliable witnesses.
and does my little scale on my hand change? Does it feel like the spirit that possesses it feels better now that he has gotten revenge?
Yeah, you feel a weight kind of lift from yourself. You've been in a very dark mood of late, Zarius, as if something was basically just filling up every portion of your mind. But now it just sort of washes away, like a sip of strong alcohol. It fills your body with warmth, like your favorite draught of liquor. It also you also feel a little like an ache has been relieved as well, and you feel like your body is shaking. Like sometimes in your early days as a fighter, in your fighting training, you would get the shakes from just excitement of after a good battle or a sparring session. You feel the same way again, only this time you see the kind of strange looks from your companions as you guys see Zarius' skin sort of quickly oscillate between its normal color and a dingy gray black, turning into pure black. You see his teeth lengthen for a moment and then go back to normal, and then you see the back of his clothing also begin to swell and then retract.
Ah, it's a dragon! Kill him!
And then wings explode from the back of his shirt. One of his armor plates just flies off the back. His basically hard scales cover his whole body. His hands, his face elongates to something more draconic, and he gets bigger, physically bigger.
Holy shit, he is a dragon.
And I'm doing that as I'm going over to dance in underneath the ash that's falling from the sky as I dance a jig in joy.
Okay.
From
yes, Zarius has basically erupted into a half dragon. Acid drips from his lips as he smiles, and there in the field, and you're starting to you feel like you might be starting to attract a little attention after all the noise and the screaming.
I'll leave.
Hey there, big guy. I think it may be time for us to get out of here.
What'd you say,
Causing a scene.
Zarius?
I still got a hat of disguise.
All right. You
I
adjust
just
your
look
hat.
like a large version of me.
Yeah, you adjust your hat of disguise back down, and it feebly disguises your form, but to roughly the way it was. And you guys
it might be time to teleport back to the.
Head for the hills again to get out of sight. Once you're all together, teleporting back to your base is no problem.
Oh wait, well we got okay, yeah, and then we'll get with Pod later about his share.
All right. The once you guys get back to the
I
base.
will.
Okay. Once you guys get back to the base, you can see as Zarius doffs his hat, his scales are kind of retracting into his skin. His face is returning to its normal shape, and the wings are retracting into his body with a sort of a gruesome noise, but he is returning back to his normal self.
Well, Jeb is not one to point out somebody's body morphing.
Well, that was peculiar.
All right, so
Yeah, buddy.
so you're probably gonna have to make an extra character sheet on this, but once per day from now on, you can take the form of a half dragon for 10 minutes.
Consecutive
Yes.
10 minutes?
Hmm?
Does it have to be consecutive?
Yeah, nah, they don't have to be consecutive.
So basically 10 times a day.
No, let's make
no.
them consecutive. Yeah, that would be too busted, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
So yeah,
What? No,
Sorry.
it won't. I
Yeah.
Then
swear
you
it
can
won't.
use like 5 minutes of dragon form and then 5 minutes later.
all right, okay. You can't do it more than twice per day, but 10 minutes is your maximum. How about that?
Twice per
Okay.
day or 10 minutes? I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Good,
10
good.
minutes.
But this is basically, it means you have fully claimed your heritage here.
This-
Everything in the dragon's lair now responds to your whim.
Did you just give Zarius a breath weapon?
Acid.
Dope.
Not all day long, but yeah.
No, you're still in the normal limit. So half dragons only
Yeah.
get one breath weapon a day. So.
Okay.
Still dope.
So I will we'll look through the halfling stuff. So just to see, like, because he had a bag of holding, I'm assuming.
He had a bag. It's not of holding. It's just a bag.
I assume he had a portable hole.
I assume he had a portable hole and a walking bureau with a doorway to Narnia.
He had a
Yes.
carpet of flying.
On each foot. He made
Rings of
two
wishes.
carpets of flying sewn into hammer pants. So they just swell up and fly you anyway.
I mean, that just makes sense. Why would you not have that?
Absolutely.
All right. So, but from here on, you guys can go about your arduous task of doing downtime activities, which we talked about the other week. You have a lot of magic items to build. You have a lot of things to buy. You have a lot of renovations to do here in your lair. And we'll talk about that next week.
Before we go,
Sure.
I've had this on my brain and I thought about writing it down, and then I thought, no, I'll just spew of consciousness this.
Spew of consciousness. That sounds
Over
gross, but
our-
go ahead.
Over our downtime. Actually, this takes place a fairly while ago. Outside a small know-nothing town when Valric and the others just slayed a bunch of werewolves, and he reluctantly let Handy go into the town to wreak havoc until he died. Well, Handy got distracted in his mayhem. You can see the town on fire in the background as a young 10-year-old child who is bloodied and bruised is running for his life and through the woods. And hot on his heels is Handy. And the kid's running towards this old cabin that him and his friends had played at from time to time, but they were told never to go out there. And this is the night he knows why, because that old cabin was an old hunter's resort. And the young child steps into a bear trap. The pit trap, not like the clamp your leg trap, but a hole falls out. He survives, but only briefly, because Handy falls right in behind him and kills him.
Okay.
But then lots of time passes, and Handy is stuck in this hole until a shadowy figure shows up and reunites with Handy. The new infernal-powered Valric releases Handy from his captured hole, and they go off on their own adventure. I've had that story in my head for a while, and I was like, they need to be reunited. So
The Adventures of Infernal Valric and Handy.
Yeah. Reunited and it feels so good.
Reunited and it's understood. That you're a dead hand and I'm gonna do stuff to you.
Okay. All right. See you next week, everyone.
Oh yeah. So this has been Raiders of the Lark, a homebrew detritus production. If you'd like to see more of our stuff, you can go to homebrewdetritus.com. You should type in some W's before you go to that website so you find it easier. I've been told by Terrence repeatedly.
No, I never told that. No.
If you would like to hear more episodes of this show earlier, you can sign up for our Patreon and jump ahead like 19 episodes. Loads of glorious content. And we've got some other stuff on there too. And then check out our YouTube for our main shows and our RPG revolvers and cartoons when they happen. And thank you so much for listening.
Good night.
Thanks for coming out.
Poop, poop.
Like a bucket.
Poopy. Duke.